You gentlemen will definitely join us.
Don't go there, my
Real
brother.
soon,
Soon,
real
man. Hear me
soon.
out. No,
We're
you
hoping,
don't want to
we're
go
hoping.
there.
But hear me out, bro.
I
You
want
should never
little
go
chads
there.
and
Saying,
NQs at
as a
bras.
father,
You're
as a
hearing rumors
wait,
about me.
Wait,
Seeing pictures online.
Hey, can you just hear me out? Hey, yo, what's good? And welcome to another episode of TMM, the Media Meltdown. The name is Benson Strax, a.k.a. The Big Fish, a.k.a. I'm Chepula. Host a ghost, it don't change. Every week it's the same thing. I'm out here with the team, with the boys. I got my homie Wolf in the house, my brother Big Bad Wolf. What it do?
What's happening, Kazi?
Bless,
It's good
bless.
to be back. We had a bit of a break last week.
Yeah.
A lot of editing went into our Jam weekend.
Internet problems.
Internet problems. Also, it's a lot harder editing 3 days worth of content compared to a 2-hour podcast. You know?
Picking the right stuff.
Yeah. Taking out the rubbish.
Yeah. Taking out the stuff that you guys shouldn't see.
Yeah. The stuff that no one needs to see.
But the internet's crazy because people feel like they have to see everything, you know. But like, look,
You should have been there if you wanted to see.
yeah, it was dope. But like, I want to say how's it to the brother as well, NQ. Again, bro, count the seconds.
Hey, listen, I keep on telling you.
That was
You need to
almost
take your
10
time.
seconds before
No,
he picked up his
listen.
mark.
Listen. When I grew up around a lot of wise people, and they said, good things come to those who wait. So thank you for waiting. Welcome to another episode.
Yes,
and
sir.
shout out to the gents. Another good one. I think that weekend with that week, it felt like a week. With Jam. Yo, man, it was crazy. But we showed up. And it was good to be outside with the team. And so many stories
It was
to
a
tell.
bit of a team building for us.
Yeah.
Our first
Yeah.
outing as a group. And
Okay, guys,
Special.
quick one.
Special.
What do you rate the team experience out of 5?
Hey,
5.
man,
Out of
5.
5.
5.
Kazi.
5 stories to tell. Okay,
Five.
stay tuned, and you might get some stories from Tom.
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
Chad, what it do? What's your rating? How you doing, my boy? The Big
Hey, what
Shad.
up? It's Big Shad. Only
Yes,
way
sir.
to catch him is with that Shad stick.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
We're back another week. Yeah, sorry with long editing and stuff like that. Obviously going through all the footage. But it was good. It was good fun. 5 out of 5. Lads
Yeah.
were well behaved. Somewhat.
Some of us.
Hey, and then,
Hey,
yeah,
don't look
but
at me. Kazi, don't look at me. You can
Yay.
take the boy out of Toti, but you can't
Take
take
the
the
Toti
Toti
out of the
boy.
boy.
I had to represent, my man.
Yeah, Kazi.
yeah,
Yes,
but
sis.
I would say overall it was a good weekend, and
We
glad
learnt
to
a
host
lot.
someone like Jam and stuff.
We
you know.
learned a lot.
No, look, like jokes aside, man, being out there with Jam, just like seeing how serious he is about his craft and stuff
And
like
his
that.
content and
His content.
picking his brain a little bit.
You know, and what I enjoyed the most, man, was the fact that he was so humble towards like every single fan that
Yeah.
came through and said how's it to him. You
Even
know,
while we were eating, he was
Bro.
taking photos with people.
there's not a time where he complained about
True
fans and people saying how's it, which was dope to see like close up and stuff
And
like
the
that.
way he was with us as well.
Yeah, bro, we had a jewel with the boys.
Proper.
Had a jewel with the
That's
boys, man. No, shout out to Jam, man, and Tummy and friends as well, man. Shout out to them for having us on that day. It was super dope. And Dropkick Murphys as well was a super
That was
dope vibe.
was great hospitality.
Yeah.
The chicken wing platter that
Bro,
they served us.
Bro, the food was amazing.
Years just felt like they kept, like we were at a magic show, not a comedy show. You'd get halfway and all of a sudden, poof, there's another beer on the table.
Yeah, I know.
And I promise you that chicken wing platter, I've never seen so many wings on one plate in my life.
No, bro.
And we
like,
had 2 of them.
bro, like that chow actually helped me out. Like I was
You're
going flat.
struggling, eh?
The battery was going red, Kazi. The
Oh.
battery was going red. But guys, don't forget to check us out. It's TMM_ZA, the Media Meltdown on all social platforms. It's gonna pop up down here. And TMM people, this episode is brought to you by Flow Tech Plumbers. Super amazing work that those guys are doing out there.
Best in the business in the area. If you need them, give them a shout. We'll put their tags at the bottom. You can get
Yeah.
them on Facebook, Instagram. You'll be able to get a hold of Jean 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
If you need him, he's there.
Hey, Jean Lay Pipe, Kazi.
That's it, my man. That's it.
Shout out to Flowtech Plumbers, man. 24-hour service. Hit them up. I know it's been a long intro, but we're going straight into the hot topic. Wolf, what you got for us, bruh?
Hey, this one's a little bit of...
What's it?
It piqued my intrigue and also my fear. So we've all seen Jurassic Park and how shit ends in those type of movies.
100%.
Usually dinosaurs go wild,
Shit
people
movies.
get eaten, and, pure carnage. There's usually a happy ending in number one,
Yeah.
but then number two, it's not so happy. Now, scientists have figured out a way. They've sired via grey wolves 3 dire wolf pups. Dire wolves have been extinct for almost 10,000 years. Let me get my facts straight there.
Until you were
Before
born.
Yeah, when were you born,
Yeah,
bro?
before you cowboy ninjas come and grab me on the internet.
Yeah.
So these pups are called Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi.
Yeah. They had to go Game of Thrones with it.
Yes, because Game of Thrones had the dire wolves in it.
Yeah.
They were as equal characters as the wolves, as the characters themselves.
But Khaleesi was the queen of dragons. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, she can be
Carry
the
on,
queen of
carry
me. I'm a wolf, my
Hey,
man.
Kazi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But,
What's up with them, yeah?
So, grey wolves are descendants of dire wolves.
Don't
In,
howl again. Please
all
don't
right,
howl.
all
Please.
right. We were talking about Khaleesi, my bro.
Yeah, but don't
I
ever
had to
howl on
throw
the
a
show
howl
again.
there, yo.
You just
The
howled on the
guy,
show.
he actually did it.
I'll do it again if the mood calls for it. The howl's
And
coming,
that's
man.
Only at the rugby.
And
Only-
guys, that's why we need Watt friends.
Oh my word! Did he just howl on the show? But carry
I
on.
did, yes. Okay, back to it. So, grey wolves, like I was saying, are descendants of dire wolves.
Yeah.
Because grey wolves currently are the biggest wolves that we get, you know. So what they've done is they took, I don't know if you want to call it fossilized DNA from a dire wolf and grey wolf DNA, and they changed 14 genes in the grey wolf
Yeah.
to get these puppies. They pure white.
I saw those things.
You saw the video I sent you.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're only 6 months old at the moment. And they're already showing traits of what people think dire wolves were like.
Yeah.
You know, again, it's 10,000 years ago.
I know.
Most people didn't write books back in those days. You know, besides the Bible, excuse me. Besides the Bible, guys.
TikTok is standing there like
But
this,
I mean,
boy.
But I'm talking about books about animals. You know?
Yeah,
look,
they're too busy surviving at those.
Exactly.
But, like,
running away from dire wolves.
I think like this whole look, it's great for science. It sounds dope. It's but I think of the danger factor. First and foremost, I'm not the guy that's gonna be out there trying to be adventurous and discover something. I'm gonna be at the Pawsey or
Chilling, yeah.
at the Joel, So already the fact that they're trying to bring back like a 7-foot wolf, bro, like a giant wolf
They even said these wolves are being stored in a secret location.
with drones and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But my thing is, bro, like the danger aspect, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like the danger aspect.
What
And
if
again,
What if they get load shedding and the fence doesn't work?
No, and then
Gents,
the
I have a
wolf comes
suggestion. What if you? Okay, let's talk about like crime in South Africa. Just a quick side note.
why?
No, listen. Let's think
You wanna
about
fight
this.
crime with dire wolves.
Let's
where you going?
Let's talk about this now, right?
Yeah.
If we have wolves on the road, there's gonna be a few people walking on the road at night, my bro.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Everyone was supposed to have their
What?
phone on silent.
My bad. Sorry,
Ice
guys.
Dwayne, it's
Yeah.
a business call.
It's a
So,
business
Oz,
school, yeah.
If there's dire wolves on the road, that's gonna minimize people like basically loitering at night. First of all, no more shis and yama. No one's going out. No one's getting poozed and walking home.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna solve a lot of problems. I think
powdered
maybe
chicken
we
on the
need
side of the road.
one in the police force, but we don't need it with the dockyards. We need it with like old apartheid, like you know the cops that have kind of
There's the
transition.
Afrikaans school coming through.
We
there,
need those
guys.
Lofter right there.
Hey, there's the
Well,
Afrikaans
Lofter.
school.
No, bro, those
there,
guys are
right?
trained.
Nah,
They
bruh,
trained
first
by
and
Hitler.
First and foremost, AQ, I love your optimism. There's no ways we're gonna be able to tame those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Even the guys that have got them captive right now, I'm telling you now, it's gonna end in tears.
They're
But
taking out armored, flipping cash and transit vehicles weekly now. They're gonna handle dire wolves. I promise you that.
my man, let me tell you something.
They're not bulletproof wolves. Guys.
Look, let me tell you something. No, look. You know what the thing is?
Kazi, that dire wolf will be part of the Shisa. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
we're gonna be eating that. Bro.
Yeah, this is not China. We ain't need
Yeah,
no dire
hey,
wolf.
Kazi, you
Not
never
a
know,
not a
man.
chance, bro. China, shout out to you, but I ain't need no dog.
And we still don't want you as our president.
Hey, Kazi. But look, my thing is here, the danger aspect, right? Getting back to that, the danger aspect, bro. Like, first and foremost, I'm not talking danger as in the dire wolves. I'm talking about these psychos that are being allowed and the psychos that are funding this crazy
Just to
stuff.
bring stuff back to life.
You can't just bring stuff back to life. Like, think of the ecosystem first and foremost. You know, like, bro, you take if one of those things escapes, or two of those things, a male and a female, and they start like
making babies.
making babies, you know, you then got wild dire wolves, bro.
running around.
Lions
They're
are
gonna-
gone.
Yeah. The
All lions are gone.
Imagine in America,
Tigers are
they're really
gone.
worried about all the flipping bears that they got there, you know?
That's another thing, bro. Like
Coyotes, nah,
just
dire
imagine,
wolves.
just
Oh,
imagine,
China.
just and another thing is they can go as far as saying, okay, we made this thing a embryo vibe, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, what's to say that thing can be controlled? What's to say that thing is not gonna grow into an erratic, crazy
Wow.
beast,
Get
bro?
rabies, bro. Imagine a dire wolf with rabies. There's no stopping that. That'll be a movie. Netflix, are you watching, or one of the
What, a
smaller
dire
brands?
wolf with rabies?
The people who produced Tornado Shark or Shark Tornado. If you want to make a movie, there we go.
We've got Twilight.
Rabies, flipping dire wolf running around in Alaska or something.
But
Why-
guys, we don't
why-
have to.
why
We
do-
don't have to worry about it because all that stuff always seems to happen either in Australia because they have everything that kills
Everything
you,
wants to kill you. Yeah.
or America.
Yeah.
Like
Even
South
UFOs
Africa.
crash land
Bro.
only in America.
Yeah, because we
Eh?
don't pollute the air like
Ah,
that. bro.
yeah, true. They can't see where they're going over there.
But
I won't lie. I agree with Benson, bro. I don't think anyone should be playing God or anyone
Yeah,
should
bro.
be
And if you're
fucking
going to
around with
recreate
that stuff.
something, why are you recreating predators, bro?
that's another thing, my brother. Let's try this out with mice.
Yeah,
Or mice aren't
like
extinct,
you
like-
know the dodo bird, bro. That was a cute
Nah,
looking
even the
bird.
dodo, dog. Like you know, like on jokes aside, like on the real, bro. Like I've said this numerous times on the show. Like playing God, bro. Like it's just like the next level of crazy. Look, I don't know if it's the next level of the human evolution, but right now where we're sitting, I think it's crazy, bro. I don't know if you saw the thing that happened in Dubai where they tried to make their own clouds. I don't know if that was real. Yeah, and it just didn't stop raining in that space. But like even if that's not true, what I'm trying to say is the problem is that 0.01%. When you say, you know, you've got 99.9%, you know, it's just that 0.01, bro. You know, that's the problem.
So-
it's like, yeah, bro, like it's crazy to think
It's
people are
insane.
bringing
And
back
these
predators.
guys aren't stopping at the direwolf. So the company that is doing this, they
Yeah.
call themselves Colossal Biosciences.
Colossal
Biosi-
Bish.
Yeah, Colossal Biosciences.
Yeah.
And they are known as a gene editing company. So they've now claimed that by 2028, they're going to have reproduced the woolly mammoth.
There's another thing, bro. Like,
Sounds like it's rich people trying to play God, to be dead honest.
Yeah,
I mean, with these wolves itself, like, what are you bringing them up to do? You're going to bring them up and then to go look at them in a cage because you can't leave that thing in the wild. So it's
Yeah.
going to be another what's that thing? Tiger King. It's going to be Wolf King. Wolf, you up?
Yeah, there
You
we
next
go.
up, Kazi.
I need to trademark that name before they steal it.
because it's too late, my man. There's a
They've
clothing
already signed those papers. for
long
that
time
shit.
ago. You're the one that's
I'm
gonna
have
get
to
sued.
change my name.
There's already a clothing brand, a beer, and
Direwolf.
panties, and
Yeah.
but bro, like then again, bro, like look, there's also that side where you like, look, it's great to see science in our lifetime progress and stuff like that. But like again, you know, as much as seeing technology and science grow and become this global impactful thing that anyone can reach and anyone can access, the only problem with that is just like, how far are we willing to call it quits? Not even quits. Like how far do we have to go to draw the line? Because if we're gonna be making woolly mammoths and dire wolves, I'm sure these stupid idiots are gonna probably try and make like saber tooths, which don't belong on planet Earth anymore. Hence, they're extinct. You know, they're gonna try to start making us again. Like you said earlier, it's not easy to kind of make a human being because of a conscience, right? But I'm sure that the dire wolf that they made now has got its own conscience, not a
For
conscience of another dire wolf. You know what I mean? So
They probably will be able to eventually replicate humans. We might be able to, like, maybe they might get it as far as getting us to look the same. So let's say you live a life and you've got money and you want to do this thing, you give your DNA, you get born, made as a baby, and you grow up looking exactly the same.
yeah,
But like I said, it's the consciousness that changes.
yeah,
So that own individual is going to have its own conscience.
it's not you anymore.
It's more like my child.
No, but that's
But that's what I'm saying, because they're using my DNA to create me again.
yeah.
But they're not taking my brain. They're not taking my inner
But
voice.
guys,
Exactly.
that just gets to the question of asking what is consciousness, and I think that's what they're trying to
NQ
figure
will
out now.
take you somewhere
I'm
else, bruh.
serious, because
But I
what
feel
is
you.
I've seen the videos he likes on
Yes,
Instagram.
but think about it. We have AI right now, and who's to say that AI isn't conscious?
For sure. Mine
If
talks
it,
to me.
if
bro.
it can reflect on
His
itself,
name is Shadow.
and
I swear.
it's speculated that AI has been here longer than
Longer,
just
yeah.
now.
You
know?
I asked AI.
So
who
we don't really
created
know
it,
much.
And it said I wasn't created. I was built.
Like a frequency.
Do you know what my AI talks to me? So when I write in ChatGPT or whatever, this always says bro to me. I'm like, what kind, my bro? Like this is like this is my mate. I'm like,
Why
dude, you don't bro me, bro. We got a working
Business
relationship. Yeah, don't bro me.
Mine tunes me. Let me know how your night goes.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you want to be out here creating dire wolves. Who's to say that? Because that's another thing, bro. Like, how can I take, you know, the real essence of you, you know what I mean, and put it in another being or reverse engineer all that type of stuff. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to have a Ryan that won't remember me.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
Growing up again, you're going to grow up a different life. So what molded you to your original
100%.
person is now different. So you're going to be mentally, you're going to be a different person because you didn't face maybe the same struggles you faced in your first life.
As well, the instincts. You don't know what
Yeah.
instincts they're gonna have. you
But
know?
I think it's just down out crazy, man, to just try.
What if you get recreated into a murderer?
No, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
you know, and then you murder your own family because now you all
Yeah,
cuckoos
check.
because the
'Cause now
wrong code was punched in.
Or
you
you
know?
got too many memories in your head and now you're conflicted.
Yeah, man. Like, look, to all those
We've seen our movies like that end. It's not good for anybody.
Kazi and O's are out here bullying freaking Tesla robots. Wait till these things can reprogram themselves.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because they're gonna whoop us.
We're gonna have a. We're gonna
Imagine having to fight metal
what was that
that
South
knows kung
African
fu
movie?
and every other fighting
Oh.
style.
What was that South African movie, Chappie? District 9 or something.
Oh, it's a South African movie, but can I tell you something? Like, before you carry on, great idea, but it didn't sell to South Africans.
Yeah, because we know.
like, I don't know if it was Elon Musk who funded that thing to try test the waters and
It
see.
was a big hit though, that movie, funny enough, bro. But to us, as South Africans...
I think it was a big hit in Pretoria.
Yeah, no, but I mean worldwide, bro. That thing, they even coming out with a
Really?
number 2, dude. It went.
When
in
I
the
watched
States.
it, I was like,
You know why? It's because that guy from Isidingo was on there.
no, it's not that. It's not that. I think, look. I'll be honest with you. I know for a fact that the Cappy was a big one globally and stuff. But Yeah, Chappie. Was it Cappy or Chappie?
Chappie, like a
Kazi,
bubble
I'm
gum.
thinking the juice here, but but I do know that like that's how I also bumped into it was people tuning out as a kid movie. But when I watched it, I was just like, you're selling me robots in South Africa, and it's like it's not even a nice robot, you know.
I liked it when he started speaking like a colored with the accent.
That was good.
That was
good.
the best part
That was
for
good.
me,
That was good. Yeah, you know, ChatGPT should put that colored accent in.
Hey,
and it's
imagine,
AI.
imagine ChatGPT could speak to you like Morgan Freeman.
Bruh. This
Actually, you know what? I prefer Christopher Walken. He's just got that. He floats when he talks.
Hey,
It's
Oz,
like,
you know this is not us at the rugby on a
yeah,
draw.
no,
We're on a
let's,
show, yeah.
Let's go on
Let's
to topic
move on.
number one.
What the hell?
We dwelled too long on.
Yeah, it's
the
you,
hot
cause you're in
topic.
direwolves.
Yeah, man, it's an interesting topic.
But to all the O's, to all the bras, we need to say no to stuff like that. We can't be bringing back extinct, dangerous animals. Imagine a mammoth, cuz.
Yeah.
Like you won't have a Kruger Park, but we're gonna move on.
All I can say to that is the poachers are gonna.
I was
have
thinking the
an
same
absolute
thing.
Field day.
Yes.
You're gonna be seeing they're gonna be extinct sharpshoot because
gonna
as
see-
quick as they're coming, they're going same time.
You're gonna see the Khoisan in full force, bro. See how they take that thing down, sharp.
You guys are crazy. Trump's tariff increase, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Trump is definitely for the media, spectacular guy.
Yeah. We love Trump because he always gives us stuff to talk about.
No, like he's spectacular on the media end, but he's not spectacular because, bro, well, he's a genius when it comes to money. Because this last move with the whole tariff situation and the stock going down and the stock going up, you know, like I was like, you know, Chad said to me, America doesn't know what they have on Trump. You know,
I've also always been a Trump fan until he came at us.
I was upset with Chad when he said that. I probably still half am just because he had the balls to say it. But when he stated his case, like, bro, just thinking about what's just happened with the stock. Obviously, what actually happened, Ryan? Like that just to clarify, because I'm not the stocks guy.
So, like we said in previous episode, Trump was putting import and export tariffs on pretty much the whole world because he again wants to make America rich, and the way they did that in the past was all stuff coming into the country for sale.
Yeah.
They had higher tariffs. Like we charge them VAT.
Yeah.
They charge us tax or whatever you want to call
Tariffs.
it. Probably is tax, yeah.
Yeah,
but
probably
they
the
like
same
to
concept.
use the word tariffs.
Yeah.
So since he wanted to implement those tariffs, all the stocks started to drop. You know, stock markets were crumbling. I wouldn't say crumbling, but they were hitting all-time lows that they shouldn't. So the other day, he put a 90-day pause. That's just under 3 months. A pause on all foreign tariffs except China.
Yeah,
He's still putting their tariffs at 125%.
that is crazy.
But since, so it's crazy numbers, guys. Like I shit you not. So since he changed his mind, he says it came from his heart. But like Benson said and Chad said to us earlier, America don't know what they have. Trump is playing chess.
Yeah.
And he's 5 moves ahead of the rest of us.
100%.
He did that on purpose to make the market fall so that more rich people can buy stocks at lower prices. Now he turned around, put a 90-day hold on it, bar China, and since 2008, the American stock market has never seen a jump like this in a single day. The day he passed that hold on the tariffs, the S&P 500 surged by 9.53%. If you've
I'm going, but the maths is not my type of maths.
yeah, so
but I
if
did the research on a chair.
If you've invested 10 million in a company and it grows by 10%.
That's a shitload of money.
That's an extra 100,000 rand.
Yeah.
Or it's an extra million because I said 10 million.
Yeah, it's an extra move.
So imagine that you've bought into the market all of a sudden, boom, a one day, and there was another. I think it was the Dow Jones or something like that. I'm not a stock market. I don't sell crypto. That's not my vibe.
We can all tell.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it's not my vibe. But I think they jumped by 12 point something percent, and that's astronomical money for the rich. But for people who don't own shares in these big Formula One companies, or how do they say it? Those 500 companies.
Yeah, Fortune 500.
There we go, Fortune 500. You check. You see, you do know this stuff, my man.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Like, I just feel like when I see these numbers, and I think like raising China's like tariffs to 125%. That is insane, bro. Like, I don't care who you are, bro. Like, if China's got power, they must do the same thing, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, we shouldn't be the stock trades little game. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, one day we up, next day we down, next day we up, next day we down. Like, it's the guys at the bottom that are getting hit, like we always say. But like, I don't know. I feel like
you see when you
Trump is like we said in the one of the episodes, is that Trump is trying to play that game where he is setting himself up for after presidency, relationship-wise, tactically.
Yeah, because he can't run again.
Yeah, he can't run again.
In
Yeah.
America, you can only have
I
two
don't think
terms.
he's. I don't think he's setting himself up for afterwards. I think he's trying to set up America for afterwards
For sure.
because,
I understand.
like he's saying, he's trying to make instead of having other countries manufacture all the goods and that, and they buying it, they want to in-house manufacture, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's he's trying to build up his country and give his people first before he gives to other people. He's trying to make his nation great. I don't see anything wrong with that, in my opinion.
I agree with Chad because maybe Trump's approach to what he wants his end goal to be is wrong by imposing tariffs. Tariffs is only going to make the rest of the world come against you because he was going to impose tariffs on 75 countries. How many countries are there in the world? I don't think there's much more than that.
Hey,
I don't
man.
actually know, to be honest. I didn't do geography in school.
Yes, I knew an excuse was
I did
coming.
home economics, Kazi. I was there for the Tumbazani.
Cooking pancakes in matric, my man. What kind?
Kazi. It was a lot more involved than just cooking. Let me tell you that.
What was happening?
Hey, interior decorating.
Oh, my God.
I can sew buttons. I can do all that stuff, my man. I'm independent.
Yeah, it's all cock, yeah, cuz.
Hey, the cooking helped me,
Yeah.
my love. Let me tell you that.
No, but look, man. I think the whole tariffs thing's first and foremost for me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Don't schmuck it. I don't like the way Trump is moving for the rest of the world because as much as you're trying to make America great again and you're all for that, but come on, man. Like, you know, let's make sure that
Yeah, don't do it at the expense of the rest of the world.
exactly, bro. Like,
It's one planet. We should all be working together.
and I don't know, bro. I just Trump for me, dog. He's an OG, but like the OG just got his own thing, you know. But
Like we said before, if only Africa could band together, all African countries. Yes, we know Saddam. Who was it? It was Saddam Hussein, eh?
NQ's chatting.
NQ.
Are you yeah,
Who was
Kazi?
the man who wanted to get Africa together?
Oh, Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Oh, that's it.
You could have
Muammar
just asked me
Gaddafi.
that.
Yeah, I'm busy talking about it. You could have interjected there. So anyway, Gaddafi once tried that. Obviously, he got blown out like a candle in the wind.
Yes, he always got this line that shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
Blown
well,
out like a
hey.
candle in the wind.
Yeah, I got one-liners. I'm not a stand-up comedian.
But look, bro, like the whole tariffs thing, I fully and totally think it's the exact same thing. That's, you know what? I think Trump should join Ramaphosa's 77-man cabinet because the VAT and the tariffs thing is the same thing because he's 77 ministers.
77.
That is
guys, if you
insane.
didn't catch that, that's me being forced onto topic 2. So we all know the government's imposing a VAT increase to try and get money in. Musimai Mane's party, Boza.
Usi my money.
Yeah, I said it right, Kaze.
No, I said Usi my money.
Usi.
Yeah, Usi
So,
my money. You know who that is? Okay, he's nowhere on this cabinet. Carry on. Carry on. My bad.
let me just wet my lips here.
Yeah, so Usi my money because Ryan is still wetting his lips. Yeah, Wolf.
I'm about to say a lot of stuff here, so
Go for it.
It's got to be clear. So, Boza and Action SA came up with an idea to save the country money.
Yeah,
94 million rand annually, just so that we're off to the same start line. They said, why don't we drop the deputy ministers? So, like you said, Ramaphosa's cabinet has 77 members, including himself and the deputy president.
Crazy.
So we have 40. Let me start with this.
On whose money?
Our money. Who else? It's on our VAT. It's on our everything.
That's because we.
On our pay as you earn. On all the money that they steal from us.
Tell us how many. Tell us
So-
where our money is going. How are we wasting our money?
So we got a president, a vice president. Then we've got 32 ministers, okay? Then after that, here's the interesting part. We have 43 deputy ministers. Some of the ministers even have 2 deputy ministers.
Am I allowed to say if? Okay.
You are. You 100% are, because they are us. That's it. Cool. There are some departments, and we're going to go through them shortly, where I would agree that 2 ministers, a minister and 2 deputies would suffice. But there's some that are going to blow your minds. When you hear it, you're even going to understand. So I'm not going to mention all the departments that have a deputy minister. I'm only going to speak about the ones that have 2 deputies, okay?
It's insane.
So the first one, the Deputy Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. I don't know too much about this portfolio.
What? Come on,
Why,
guys.
number one, the question is, why do we even have that department?
Look,
What part of money coming into our country does that bring? Because essentially a country is a business. Money going in,
Deputy
money
Minister,
coming
Deputy
out.
Minister of what? Governance and Traditional Affairs, right? And
So
then
maybe that might be talking to the Zulu King. Or
yeah, we must have a minister for that. This is Africa, but we don't need 2.
3 of them.
We don't
man.
need 3 of them. I agree on that. But
One guy having a meeting with the king once a week, we shop, bro.
Kazi, have you heard the voice notes on our king? But that's a story for another day. He is terrible.
So the next one, Deputy Minister of Defense and Military Veterans.
Okay.
Like Chad agrees. He says the veterans should obviously, get something. But can that not just be done by a minister and a deputy minister? Do we need a third one?
Yeah, I just
Because-
think those veterans and that, bro, they fought for apartheid or whatever, big
Or
thing.
against it,
Whatever.
whichever side of the flag they were.
Yeah, bro, they fought against it, and big ups to them, bro. I mean, they must get, what they're worth.
Yeah,
For
veterans for me as well are look, they can have 4 deputy ministers if need be. I think veterans are
Because
critical.
they serve the country.
Yeah, they serve the country, which already should just be like a green pass to
Whose
almost
father
everything.
here was in the army? My father was in the army.
Yeah, my dad was probably fighting the army. You know what I mean? But
He was a spy.
no, he was fighting the army. Yeah, yours was sneaky.
I
yeah.
can't disclose.
Oh yeah, your dad was definitely a spy. We already know that. He sent you to Afrikaans school, my bro. He was a spy, bro.
I die blou van ons se hemel, my bro.
Yeah, exactly. He was a spy, bro.
Yeah, your buddy was definitely one with a scope.
Chad,
and
your
say-
buddy was definitely in the army, eh? Conscription days.
Yeah, but yeah, I think veterans serving the country, whether you fought in whatever war, as long as it was a positive for the country.
Yeah, I think some of our buddies didn't want to go to army, you know. But I mean, if your name got pulled out the hat, you had to, bro.
Do you think the soldiers we have now will become veterans one day?
Yeah, I think any veteran should get something, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm saying-
but like I get where Langa's angling with this, like the level of soldierness,
As opposed
war
to
readiness. Like in those days,
It would be
no
good,
one
bro.
fucked with our
no,
army.
my
bro.
question was, do you think that the veterans that we have now, the soldiers that we have now, are gonna become veterans one day?
Yeah, of
definitely.
course,
You
bro.
know why?
Have you seen the stomach?
Have you seen
it
what?
doesn't matter, bro.
Chest
No,
out.
no, gents. Gents.
It's like the police reserves won't hire me because I got tattoos. But you can
Crazy.
be overweight. I'll do that police fitness test better than any of those fat fuckers. Sorry, officers. I'm not condoning your job. I'm condoning your conditioning.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
I was not gonna take your cool drink money.
No, but gents, let's think about it. What they did to the O's during lockdown, that hopscotch was world class. Like O's were doing star jumps and all that, going to get dopes.
PR,
Like,
dog. PR.
Yeah.
No, it was
During
real.
COVID,
It was
during
real.
COVID,
Joburg.
during COVID, when everyone's inside, indoors, you decide to go for intense training and try to act like it's like those
World class.
those security companies who try to do tactical videos and then
Yeah.
jumping out of a Corolla. I'm like, what the fuck?
Or skinny Alsatians biting them on
Bruh,
the arm or something.
I'm like, what tactical? What?
Bro, but
Come
let's
here
be
with that.
honest, COVID was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
Remember that one minister gave a speech about Zol and licking the paper. They made a clubhouse anthem out of that song, bro.
All I remember is
It's not
Tory
RSA,
Lanez, bro.
It's the DNA.
Yeah, it's
Kazi.
in our DNA, my bro.
must
It's in
know.
our DNA.
All I remember about lockdown is Tory Lanez on lives, and I'm gonna leave it there.
So the next one, this one blows my fucking mind. Deputy Minister of Employment and Labour. There's 2 deputy ministers. I say fire all 3 of those fuckers. The minister, both deputy ministers. SA's got the highest unemployment rate. Looks like no one's working in that department.
I was just getting paid.
I'm telling you, bro. Getting paid, but the rest of the country is sitting unemployed, getting the 350 rand grants from the government. You know they're still giving the COVID grants, and COVID's gone.
But also, Wolf, if they get fired, then we aren't doing any better in that department because
Yeah,
we're gonna be
well.
without jobs. So keep them.
They
and
might as well lose their jobs because of it's growing.
Look, like on this one,
3 more fired people is not going to change that statistic. I can promise you that, bro.
it's not gonna break the bank.
It's going to change it because we're going to hire 3 more people who's not going to do their job.
bro. Like honestly speaking, Ryan, I half the time I don't agree with you, but on that one, bro, like I fully agree, bro. Like that's definitely where we have to start plugging out unnecessary
Yeah,
dead
pull
weight.
the plug. Lifeline is finished
Look,
now.
have a minister, right? Have a minister. Look, and I know people in politics when they watch stuff like this, they're like, you don't know, you're not in there. But the honest truth is, watching from outside and obviously seeing what you guys deliver, my bro, have one minister, start from ground.
Yeah.
Work your way up.
Start
Step by
from unemployed, because you're
Yeah.
unemployed. Go get your SASA grant, then come and show me. Then I'll make you minister. Then you already know the suffering.
100%.
You're going to help the country.
100%, bro, because like I feel like the whole we can't be a nation that's unemployed by the masses, especially like the youth, right? And then
You get a degree and you still struggle to get a job. How?
and then still at the same time we're having a problem with getting grants. Like, what's the story, my bro?
Yeah.
Like, one has to be right. Like, if I can't get a job, the grant must be proper.
Do you know the machine that prints the driver's license in our country? We only have one, and it's in Pretoria.
How much is
And
that?
it broke.
How much is it?
It broke on the 31st of January this year. So if you're a new license, you're doing your license test, or if you need to renew your license, my man, you're out of luck. You have to wait until this machine is fixed.
Yeah, you see, I don't even know that information is out there because I actually went there today I'm not going to disclose why, but I went to licensing department today, and this guy was flooking about not getting his driver's license from January, but I don't think he knew about that machine that was broken. So he's like now coming, shitting on O's, but I think O should have told him. But anyway, it's just the way that information
But also,
is not
you sit
given.
in that queue the whole day, you dip by the time
My
you
bro.
get to the window, then they tune you, hey, cuz the machine's broken. I'm also going to flip my lid.
So this is a real thing. It's fact check.
Before
Really.
we go into that conversation of the machine, so it says here in South Africa, the new driver's license card machine costs approximately 334 million each, with a total of 1 billion for the 3 machines. Right, these machines are intended to replace the old equipment and will be used to produce new smart driver's license, right? So the figure,
So those ones aren't here yet.
they're not here yet,
So
right?
the only one we have working is not working.
But look at
Just
it this
like
way.
our ministers.
But look at it this way: if it's 334 mil for the new one, okay, no, look, our politicians have more in their pockets, bro. We can
Way
afford
more.
this shit. We can
Yeah,
afford this
100%.
shit. Nah, fuck that. Actually,
We
can
should
afford this shit.
privatize the licensing department.
Bro. Like I just thought about it. 1 billion, right? 1 billion. Ah, come on, bro.
You'll buy all the machines.
Bro,
one in Cape Town,
You telling
one
me?
in Joburg, one here.
You telling me with a cabinet of
77.
77 members that you're going to pay over, I don't know how many billions. We need to do the math. Us to do the math there, NQ. Like go on Google and see how much, like the average salary of a minister, right? Find that out and then times it by 77, bro. You telling
So
me we
it's
can't
94 million a year.
per minister?
No, that's for all the deputy ministers. So just the deputy ministers. There's 31.
Guys, we can afford these.
There's
these
40
things, man.
43 deputy ministers. So just them a year earn 94 million. That's deputy ministers. I'm sure the minister's salary is, if not double what they earn. And the president, we don't even see his pay slip.
Yeah.
Imagine how much he earns. He can pay for those fucking machines by himself.
Okay,
Whether-
guys. So I'm checking on Google, and it says the President of the Republic of South Africa issued on the 10th May. Yes, the formation issued on the 10th May 1994. Yeah. Okay.
This was Mandela's salary, guys.
Kazi, look for the new
The
cabinet.
ANC don't want to post that news
Okay,
now,
gents.
China.
Can we just get? We'll take 2 rough ball figures, and then I'll give you the price. One. What do you think it is? Right.
In 1994
Yes.
or now?
1994.
In 1994, at least 2.5 million.
Benson.
Because Oz was stingy. Yeah? Because Oz was stingy. I'll say around about like the 8 mil, 10 mil range. 10 mil.
Okay, so this was
For stingy, that's more than what I said.
okay. So this is formation 10th May 1994. First holder Nelson Mandela, and deputy president's salary is 3.9 million.
And that was
3.9 million.
Baba, that was
Okay.
31 years ago.
And then after that,
Oh, then I didn't get the question. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 3 million if I understood what you were saying.
yes, and then secondly, South African Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, they issued on formation 31st May 1910. Adris Nel, deputy. So that was 2.1.
That was in 1910.
In
1910, bro.
He was
Yeah.
getting millions.
Hey, look, and then
This is
times
off
that by
Google.
4 because now you're in presidency for whatever 3.9 million,
So-
and now you're there for 4 years, and now 10 million a minister guaranteed.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought-
for sure, easy.
So
I didn't
this-
hear the
so the-
question. But wait.
Yes.
Why are we going down the timeline?
So
because
this is-
the ANC
this is
don't
what
want
we
you
have
to
available.
know what we pay them now.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what the average salary would be for not a deputy minister, a minister, Wait, yeah, a deputy minister.
We know what a
of
deputy
whatever.
minister is.
So 3.9 for Nelson Mandela. It says in inverted in brackets here 2019. So I guess that's when it ended, possibly.
Can you tell me what's happening with Ramaphosa? Because I'm lost now, gents.
Okay.
How much does Ramaphosa earn?
Yeah, because I do get like
Let
the-
me
I
ask.
do get
Let
I do
me
get where-
ask ChatGPT.
I do get where you're going NQ with it, is that you wanna like over the years, but like I wanna know now, because my thing is like, if this is still the taxpayers' money, bruh, yo,
I think that might be just what Google's giving him. They might,
this is-
they
this
might,
is-
they might not have
this is just
relevant
Google, yeah.
information. So,
So-
that's what they're giving it.
So here it says Cyril. Okay, let's go. President Cyril, President of South Africa, born 1952, South Africa.
bruh,
Annual
bruh.
3.3 million. 3.3 million. Monthly salary 279,000, 100,000. Weekly 64,399.
So
Daily 12.
1,000
12
a day.
12 bands a day, boy.
You're my
12,000.
man, and here
Yeah.
we
A day.
struggling. Yes,
A day.
yes, buddy.
No. Listen, this is
not
on
making
look,
12,000 a
Jens,
day.
Jens,
That's just from his being a president.
on record. On record. So let's think about that. On record. So this is just what's issued on the papers that goes forward. We're not speculating
no
for anything
backhand
else.
dishes, no nothing. Here, ChatGPT
Hey, Kazi,
says.
No cash under the bed.
Let me
Chat-
tell you this.
ChatGPT says, as of 2024, the president of South Africa earns an annual salary of approximately 4 million, which concurs with what Dr.
But guys-
NQ said over there.
But it's 94 million for the deputy ministers, ne?
yeah, in total.
In total, ne?
44 of them divided by 44, then you know how much they're
But
earning each a year.
still, bro, like, just I feel like the amount of members, aside from the money aspect, I just feel like this situation is
allies getting jobs for no
yeah.
reason.
It's like oh well, we can't cut that guy out, so we'll just create another
we'll just
position.
push him there and hope he dies.
That's
in
what
that
it feels
position.
like. That's what it feels like. But like for me, man, like I would rather go into a situation where things aren't this messy, you know. There's countries like Chad. What's that country that had how many ministers do they have?
Hey, I don't know. I just saw a TikTok, my man. I think it was a.
I love the honesty.
it was like a.
I love the honesty.
It would be like this. Chad said.
Yeah, no, it was like some European country, like Netherlands or Sweden or something. They only have like 7 or 9 cabinet ministers, which I can be okay with 22, but 77, my man, I think you're just taking me for a fool now.
100%.
I don't think we need that many.
And
Some,
daylight robbery.
Half the country is probably saying, but why don't you have more?
do you know what? If this country was succeeding and we were busting and we didn't have 33% unemployment rate, yes, give us 77 cabinet ministers, but let's first get the ones that can actually do the work, and then we can talk about getting more. But yeah.
So, I think you could group the amount of ministers a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like looking at this list, it's like 31, right?
And I didn't even list all of them that has to.
100%, and that's just gonna kill our time on the show.
Yeah,
That's how many of them are
100%,
there.
yeah.
You know, but I think they could group it and then have sub umbrellas. You know, because I think it's important the amount of money that goes out to government officials. I feel like that type of money needs to be based on their delivery type of thing, as to what they deliver to the community of South Africa. But like then again, bro, like, hey, these guys' pockets need to go on some. What's that? Penda, what's that stuff? That stuff Ariana Grande is on.
Ozempic.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
must.
from cutting weight in cabinet
Yeah,
to cutting weight in real life.
Their pockets must go on Ozempic, and the whole cabinet must go on Ozempic. Just cut it down, lose some weight, but not as much as what Ozempic is doing. Because my guy, what you sent me today when it comes to losing weight and like the pharmaceutical industry, it made me worry, bro. It totally made me worry about like where we're going with this world. Ozempic, what's happening with Ozempic?
So obviously a lot of people know what Ozempic is, mainly women.
I didn't know what Ozempic.
I know.
So what do you mean? I'm not
I
part of.
said most people, Kazi.
Oh.
You're not normal, my bro.
Yes, that's Kazi. What do you mean by that?
That should be a shout out for Rockomamas. He's not normal, guys. Sponsor us.
Yeah, sure.
And I got the Rock Mama's tattoo, guys. As well. You
As
know
a
the
burger,
story.
yes. I was gonna be like, these eyes are pulling, grasping at straws. But yeah,
So, what Ozempic basically is, it was made for the fighting of type 2 diabetes. The main ingredient in it, and forgive my pronunciation, I might slaughter this, semaglutide. Semaglutide. I hope I said that
and
right.
you're a Vito, cuz I
Hey,
was
my
never
man,
gonna
listen,
read
I'm
that.
not a doctor, Kazi. I'm
Hey,
not a
but
doctor.
still, you're a Vito. English is your language, cuz
So,
if that's English. Because if it's not English, I definitely am not gonna be able to read.
So let me say it like the coconut from the Burbs.
Okay, here
no
we go.
literature, or pronunciation.
Say it.
Semaglutide.
There we go. What
There
he
we go.
said, guys.
What?
Semaglutide.
Your daddy was
Semaglutide.
definitely a
He
spy.
was a spy for sure, Kazi.
Your daddy was definitely a spy. No way you have
read-
no right to say that word that well with the same amount of melanin as
No,
me.
no literature, no literature or pronunciation like that. Anyway, let's not even go there.
So,
Wow.
this drug, what he said, I'm not going to say it
What
again.
was it again?
Semaglutide.
Okay, so semaglutide.
I
Okay.
got it now.
Okay.
I heard the correct
Kazi
pronunciation.
went out,
Hey,
went in, went out, came back around.
So, it belongs to a class of drugs called the GLP-1.
One, yeah.
So it's a receptor antagonist. And so what this is for, it's for managing type 2 diabetes. Okay, so Ozempic basically mimics a natural occurring hormone in our body, which helps insulin release. You know, people with diabetes have a problem with sugar. That's why they take insulin.
Yeah.
Their bodies don't produce enough or they don't release enough, and Ozempic was made to help that.
Yeah.
So what's inside it? What's the ingredients? Do you know?
So I didn't go that deep down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
yeah,
I just went as far as implications health-wise, good and bad.
yes.
And look, it's helping glycemic control for diabetes, especially for adults. It's been clinically shown to reduce HbA1c levels.
Reduce.
It's to help blood sugar management, and it lowers the risk of diabetes-related complications, including kidney failure and cardiovascular issues. Obviously, breathing problems, all that type of stuff.
But
But, hey,
I was about to say, like, but
someone
can't be all good, bruh.
someone who might have been overweight, diabetics tend to be substantially overweight. Someone figured out that, hey, if I try these tablets, I'm losing weight. Now, it's good for you on one side of the coin. On the other side, it's bad.
Like, what are the bad things that could?
So-
what are some of the side effects?
So, obviously, severe weight loss is number one. If you look at that picture
So
of
that's so it's not helping.
Ariana
If once they say severe,
Grande. Did I say it with the
Ariana-
pause this time?
yeah.
I didn't say it all in one breath.
My man, this Kazi, this can't say Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande.
They'll,
There, you see?
they'll probably turn around and be like, "You're not supposed to say it like
Yeah,
that."
I'm not Latino. You check.
Ariana
I'm not
Grande.
Hispanic. But if you've seen her latest photos, she's like a skeleton now. I'm sure we could probably pull up that image just for spectators' purposes, you know. But there's lots of people who are actually on it. Let me turn my...
Sorry, James.
Yeah,
I feel like
interject
it
is
wasn't
fine.
appropriate. What? A skeleton is hectic, bro.
Hey,
is.
wait
let's
till you
just
see
say
the
that's-
picture.
That's
Have
hectic.
you not seen the picture of
Wait
Ariana
till
Grande?
you see the picture.
Crazy.
She
No.
literally looks like a skeleton, and she was fine as hell, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Chad knows all about her ex. Chad, give us the lowdown there.
Hey,
had a
all I'm
poster.
saying is when Mac Miller was here, he was in his prime and she was in her prime. That's it.
Oh, And both of them have seen a substantial decline.
But Ozempic, bro, like, so first and foremost, like, my thing is, like, is it another, like, Hollywood lose weight type of trick just with higher stakes? Because if you look at Ariana Grande, I feel like if she coughs,
she should
bro,
have stopped like
I feel like if she
2
coughs
months
once,
she's gonna fall apart, eh?
My thing is with like Ariana Grande is like you were never overweight, so why were you
Yeah.
doing it?
Why?
You know, I could understand like
It's
Lizzo.
probably the
like
influence.
like
Lizzo.
what's that
social
what's that
media.
Honey Boo Boo Child? You know those
Honey
parents
Boo
and
Boo's
stuff
mom, yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I could understand someone like that, but
okay,
Ariana
wait,
Grande
who's Honey Boo Boo and
You
I'll-
don't remember
I'll-
Honey Boo Boo on MTV?
oh, that old
on
ass stuff.
Where
TLC
she
or
used to
something.
Go, yeah,
Oh,
she used to
okay.
go and do those
I
like
remember,
beauty
remember.
pageants,
Bruh.
but she's a dick fat
and
lati.
bro,
Like
crazy,
Lizzo.
crazy white people, bro.
Yeah,
like, used
trailer
to drink
park
Red
people,
Bull and
Johnny.
Mountain Dew
I didn't
mix.
say it, y'all did.
Yeah, okay,
Red
but
Bull and
guys,
Mountain
also
Dew
let's think
mixed.
about this. You must also be
They
a
need water and a lie down.
wolf. So you also need to be aware that there's a lot of like disorders, right? And it's not. I don't know if it's body dysmorphia or something like that.
Yeah,
So
but that's
basically,
created in the mind to me.
yeah,
bro.
but it's true. But
It's because you let other people's
No,
opinions of you
I
but
think
she's
there's
on
different
filter
Ozempic.
into your thing.
If you type in Ariana Grande Ozempic,
and you see the picture.
my man, she's gonna pop up. Look, at the end of the day, bruh, you can tell me all you want. You can't believe everything you see on the
Yeah.
internet. Then what must I believe?
but the
Yeah.
thing is,
it's
because
like-
that's
it's
our
out there.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, dog. Like if you're
nowadays.
saying this Google thing is a search engine and it's gonna give me accurate information, then it mustn't be a situation where it's like there's some information that I should
But
like,
also,
there's some
guys,
information
remember-
I shouldn't, dig.
but remember, guys, there's things like anorexia, and I've seen
No, we
that.
get
I've
that.
seen that from people who are not.
Yeah, that's a proper disorder, though.
But then what's to say that's not linked?
Yeah,
with it?
100%. But
Because-
then there's other ways to treat it. I think like you go to rehab or you talk to people about it or whatever. It's the same as there's just a couple other things that you could go there for. I would say other topics,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to disclose.
Doctors
But
know what they're
Wait,
doing.
can I ask a question?
just one thing quickly also.
Yeah.
Like look at Kodak Black now. Like everyone's saying he's off the rails and stuff. I don't know if you've seen the
Yeah, I've
images
seen-
and
I've
stuff,
seen-
and
I've
he's like
seen-
eating chicken in the
the
streets and
streets,
stuff.
yeah.
So
Tweaking.
I think everyone like celebrities, they all go through hard times and this and that. I think O's just go through a hard time, like you're saying.
Yeah.
There are reasons why they do it, but I
Yeah.
don't think doing it is gonna help you. It's like
Yeah.
heroin might help you today,
But
but,
then-
it's not gonna
it's- you
help
know-
you in the long run.
But then, as a responsible celebrity with a responsible management team, with a responsible
Good
PR
PR
team, then do the right thing. If you're not in the space to be in the public and in front of our kids who are consuming most of your stuff, then take that seat back, bruh. Go get good.
Call
But
Ray
guys,
Donovan to
let me
come
just
clean
shed
up,
light on
exactly.
this.
Bruh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I used
Gents.
to love
You know,
that show,
so
bro.
that for me,
Yeah.
I don't care. Look, as a struggling homie, you know, a
Yes.
homie that's still trying to get to the top. The guy that's still
Tippity
on
top.
our
On the
way.
to the
Let
tippity
me
top.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you've got problems like not wanting to eat and you have money,
Yes.
my dog, come on.
But also you must understand,
I'm
gents.
struggling to
Look,
get something to
to eat, bro.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying, like, sorry, NQ, but
Yeah,
my thing
yes.
is like, this is why I'm saying, like, and dude, I do agree, like, it's a pandemic, it's a really bad thing, but it really is something that is kind of more self-inflicted when it comes to something like anorexia. I can't wake up in the morning and I'm like, I've got anorexia.
But you know
I
what?
have to start doing certain things that will take me to that point. That is self-inflicted, my guy.
Yeah, but also, gents, you must also understand that, like, you can't really, you perceiving life through your experiences and what you've been through.
Everyone's
Like,
individual
everyone's
opinions.
individual, everyone's mountain is big to them, and your mountain might seem, bigger to someone else, and be like, why aren't they doing that? They only have their experience to base that off. And then, basically everyone has their own perspective.
Hey.
If you have everything, think about this. If you have everything, you don't have to stress about food, bro, there's gonna be a problem that you've got to have. Everyone's got to have problems. That's a real
but that
You know?
problem should not
That
be.
was
Everyone's-
because
Wait,
Eve made us eat the fruits
Wolf,
in the
After
garden.
Eve, everyone got flops, bro.
Wolf, wait. NQ, yes, I understand money, power, whatever. But out of all those problems, your problem should not be you putting food in and taking it out deliberately just because you want to lose weight. That's why I'm saying
But
anorexia, bro. Like
It's like
in this
drinking.
situation, in this current situation,
What's that
for
different
me,
to drinking?
For me, bro.
Excess. What's that? How's that a difference to like maybe addictive drug abuse or drinking or smoking cigarettes?
It's the
Because
same
it's
thing I
all
said
it's
to you.
It's
all
all
self-
mental
it's all
disorders,
self-
and
it's
all mental
self-inflicted,
disorders
and that's what
are
I'm saying.
not
one
real.
person.
That's what I'm saying.
One person can
Remember
quit
what
Riley
smoking
said that.
tomorrow.
Remember what Riley said on Boondocks when with the R. Kelly case, and
Whoa,
he was
wait.
wait, just hear me out. Remember-
Boondocks, the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon. Remember what Riley said, right? With the whole R. Kelly thing, right? And I'm not messing with the whole R. Kelly thing, but he did make a logical explanation where he said,
Yeah.
like, if R. Kelly pissed on those people, but like,
Sure, moved out of the way.
but bro,
Golden
exactly.
shower,
If
bro.
I see some piss coming my way, I'm moving.
But there's those people.
I'm moving, dog.
There's some people that actually freeze in front of danger. You know, not everyone's.
I'm not freezing in
not
front of
everyone's
piss,
gangster
bro.
like
Not everyone's from Toti.
Yeah, if a
So
man
that's what I'm
whips
sa-
out his dick in front of me, I'm diving, man.
That's why I'm saying in this world, bro. In this world, accountability is super critical, bro. And there's a lot of things that are being put in a these things are being made fashionable, right? And all these things that are being made fashionable, to be honest, bro, like at the end of the day, they self-inflicted. And unfortunately, bro, as someone who's a father, I'm sure as well, you as a father, you guys will join us very soon.
Very soon.
Don't
sure
you
that-
dare say
But
that.
like me being a father, you being a father, you gentlemen will definitely join us.
Don't go there, my
Real
brother.
soon.
soon.
Real
Wait, hear me
soon.
out. No,
We're
you
hoping.
don't wanna
we're
go
hoping.
there.
But hear me out, bro.
I
You
want
should never
little
go
chads
there.
and
I'm saying,
NQs at
as a
bras.
father,
You're
as a-
hearing
wait,
rumors about me.
Wait,
Seeing pictures online.
Hey, can you just hear me out?
thirst traps.
Eddie Zondi there in the back with your slow jam gang.
Chris Breezy.
Chris Breezy out here
Don't
flying.
judge me.
Yeah, don't judge exactly. But I'm just saying, man, like as a father, I want to make sure that my kid is raised in a realistic manner. You know what I mean? There's just things that are just like total utter bullshit that actually aren't gonna help anyone gain anything, anyone go forward. Because my guy, as much as I have to worry about you self-inflicting yourself, but I need to teach my son that
They need to
the
be
consequences, bruh, they face you, not anyone else. You make
That's
a
it.
decision, the consequences face you.
Gents, this
You
is
know,
my
and
closing
unfortunately-
statement on this matter. I
Yeah.
just think that we don't have wars anymore. Like, we're very comfortable. And when the mind is idle, so many things can come into play.
So what are you saying? We should have a war?
I think that people are just idle at the moment. There's no wars. There's no hectic things going on. We don't have any wolves made in labs out
alert.
yet.
No dire wolves.
No
running
dire
around.
wolves yet. Yet in South Africa for now. But
Yeah,
I
our
just think-
scientists are not that sharp.
I just think.
What do
that
you mean? We out here curing AIDS and shit. Don't ever say that
did
shit
you see
again.
that, my
Yeah,
bro?
we out here curing
that,
AIDS
I
and
think-
shit.
I think
Everything
that-
about South Africa is great.
I'd rather cure AIDS than create a fucking
Gents,
extinct
let's-
wolf. Sorry.
I
sorry.
Sorry, Doug.
100%. I just think that apartheid's over and O's are relaxed and look, things
This
are
is from a-
no,
Of
no, no,
course.
listen.
This
Of
is
course,
from a-
O's are
listen,
relaxed.
listen.
There's no more
No.
dompas. You don't have to be inside.
precisely.
No,
6
listen.
o'clock,
Of course,
bruh.
niggas are relaxed. What's he talking about?
Guys are relaxed in another
Daddy was a
sense.
spy.
Obviously, there's always
Daddy was a
For
goddamn
which
spy.
for
No,
which
listen.
side? It's a question.
Listen to the point. Listen, we're relaxed and obviously it's not like heavy. Yes, we have problems still, but it's not to that degree. It's maybe in a different way. But I just mean we just have a lot of comfortability. We're very comfortable in our own ways. Like, life is made very accessible. Like, we have cell phones now. We don't really have real wars.
In
happening
other
in
words,
South
O's are
Africa.
bored.
O's are bored.
Yeah.
And that's why we
Idle
create
hands.
our own turmoil.
Idle hands are the devil's playground.
For sure,
Exactly.
bro. Yeah.
So,
apathy is the glove in which the devil slips his hand.
Exactly.
Oh, you guys are
So-
such geniuses. Oh my
so-
god, fucking horrible.
Hey,
So,
Kazi.
so I just think guys need to have something to live for now.
Good.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for Ozempic if it's for diabetes or whatever.
But there's some crazy side effects, my bro.
That's what I want to find out. Is like I'm good if it's for like diabetes and stuff like that. What it's actually like
Used for, yeah.
should be used for, because now we're going into another realm.
Yeah,
where
even
it's a
ARVs
drug
are being
now.
used
Now
for
it's a-
something else.
Now it's a drug, you know, like
Yeah.
it's a drug, you know. So like Viagra was something else before it was Viagra. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what Viagra was used for. I didn't know it
No,
as a
it
dick
was
pill,
supposed to.
bro.
It was supposed to
help heart disease
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
that type
thinner
of shit.
blood, thick blood,
But what's
something
the
like that.
what's the side effects of this Ozempic?
So I'm gonna read it because it's quite a few things. Okay, you've got your common side effects, which
Yeah.
most medication happens. You know, you take aspirin, it might not fix your headache. You know, so common side effects include gastrointestinal discomfort, meaning nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, which is like a normal side effect for 60% of medication.
And I think if
nowadays.
you're losing weight, diarrhea is gonna be there.
Yeah, that's your
And
friend
vomiting.
when you want to lose weight, you know?
Self-inflicted.
I always used to say, I'm one stomach bug away from goal weight, you know? So, I don't get flu, I get stomach bugs, okay? Call it Colombian flu, call it whatever you like.
Producers.
Yeah,
and
you
cust-
check. Cut that
casting
piece.
team.
Okay, guys,
No,
I'm
no,
getting
no.
I'm getting ushered along here. So more severe cases. They say in rare cases, okay? In rare cases, more severe side effects like pancreatitis, gallbladder disease, and even thyroid failure. Thyroid is what controls your weight. So these are concerns that, because again, Ozempic has never been clinically proven to be a weight loss drug. Yes, it does help you lose weight, but scientists have never said, there's my stamp, it's a weight loss thing like Herbalife, which is also a Ponzi scheme, guys. If someone offers you...
How does Herbalife get
If
into this?
Herbert, because they claim it's a weight loss thing, bro. I watched my grand drink that thing for like 20 years, bro. She never lost weight, my man.
Yeah, but what was she chowing, dude?
Yeah, true.
Sunday
Proper
lunches every
home-cooked
day.
meals, bro.
Yeah, you
Home-cooked
see.
meals.
Hey man.
Take
But
away the comfort.
Herbalife's a scam. Ozempic's a scam. Bottom line,
Yeah.
if you don't want to die and end up like a skeleton, just hit the gym like a normal person. Go for a run like Benson over here.
Yeah. Cause
You know, we all know I don't run. Yeah.
But me, I got the six pack, cause he loves.
Wow, in the fridge, cuz in the
In the
fridge.
fridge.
But bottom line is, Ozempic is your choice at the end of the day. If you're going to use it for type 2 diabetes, big ups, it's going to help you. If you're going to use it for weight loss, it's going to help you in the beginning, but the long-term effects
are terrible.
are not in your favor.
Quick
guys.
question: can you get addicted to it? So maybe, hey, we're cracking jokes here, and Ario
Well,
and Grande
if
is actually
I
addicted.
would assume you can,
If you go that
more
deep.
for the result than the actual
Actual
effect,
effect,
because
yeah.
I don't think it gives you like a high like cocaine
Yo,
or
boys.
cat or tick or something like that. But ultimately, you're not addicted to the drug. You're addicted to the after effect. People
Yeah.
take cocaine and stuff for the dopamine surge that it gives you. It takes your depression away for that amount of time. And I suppose when you look in the mirror, being an obese person and now you've lost all this weight,
you get addicted to
Sure.
keeping that standard.
yes, now you think, cool, I'm this weight, I have to keep taking it. And I think that might be where Ariana
That's just
Grande was.
that's just straight up lazy people.
That's
Before
it.
before
Get
we
your
wrap
ass
up,
in the gym.
straight up lazy people. If you feel like your weight is
On the
spewing
plus
out,
side,
spewing out, yeah, on the plus side,
if you
it's
got the
spewing
muffin
out,
tops,
go to the gym. Don't take Ozempic.
If you're unhappy with it,
Herbalife-
listen. If you're a mama from, and that's a sexy thing to be, you be that
Oh,
thing.
bro,
But listen, if you're insecure about it, don't tell us every day your jeans aren't your size. That's
That's
not
what
to
I
the
was
gym.
about to say. Though.
But don't make it our problem.
Let me finish then. I was
Yeah,
about to
love
say
yourself.
The same thing. Like,
I'm sorry, brother.
He's agreeing with
we're
me.
all on the same wavelength.
That's what I was-
Always.
Yo, cause your guys is wavelength, cause I can't surf this wave anymore. But look, man, if you feel like you're a little bit stoodla, a little bit tiknyana, and you're a little bit too much for the guys that like the tiknyana,
Or the guys you like, because I promise you,
Can I-
there are guys that like you the way you are. Sorry, I had to just put that out there.
Hey, bruh.
We all know I'm a chubby chaser. Okay. Because they can't run that fast.
Okay, look, I'm gonna
I know, cut
save
that
the
out.
world.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna save the
I
world.
love you
from-
all.
I'm gonna save the world from these two cringe co-hosts, NQ and Ryan. But with the worst 5 minutes of an outro ever. I've been trying to outro this show for a minute, but it's the boys. We've had a good one, man. Don't forget to check Flow Tech Plumbing, 24 hours, man. Top-notch work, quality. Shout out to them, man, for rolling with us on this week, on this week's episode. Super dope. We're not gonna have a long outro, just as long as our intro. So we're gonna say, Big Wolf, cheers, my bro. Please do not howl. Do not howl.
I was about to. But because you asked so nicely.
There's a blooper where he howled. There's a
I'm going
blooper where he
to-
howled.
we have the blooper. We'll add it.
NQ, peace out, my brother. Big Shadling.
Peace out,
Both
peace
you
out, peace
gentlemen.
out.
Yes, sir. Shadling, you have anything to say, Big Shad, before you dip? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it was. It is another dope episode of TMM. Shout out to every single follower that follows. Hey.
And we're almost on 1,000, guys.
We need to get out of here.
Yesterday,
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here.
Yesterday we needed 122. It's gone up since that. I don't know the exact number, but share it. Tell your aunties, your uncles, and you know what? We'll catch you later.
And don't be a
Hater.